Hello and welcome to the Chat Room podcast. Today we'll be talking about sort of like a Q&A with my special guest, my friend. This is Margaret. Margaret, you're welcome to the Chat Room podcast.
Thank you.
Okay. I just want to ask you a couple of questions and we're going to answer. Don't go too detailed.
Okay.
So, yeah. The first one is when you think of one of the best experiences you've had with someone you like, what comes to mind?
Okay. Best experiences. So I've had a couple. I'll just say one of them. I'm a very quiet person, reserved, so I just like to, be by myself for most of the time. I went to the beach with this person that I love, and it was a very good experience. Evening beaches are always the best. You don't have to always be there when there's lots of crowds. So yeah, that was it. We just had some time together.
What made it one of the best times for you? Was it the quiet moments? Was it the isolation? What was it for you? Because I'm sure people are at the beach and probably they had a terrible time. Was it the scenery or was it the person?
It was the person. Of course, you won't go to the beach and have such a quiet moment with someone you don't love. So the person won. The scenery and the whole cozy atmosphere was really good. Yeah.
I have to see you for the details of the beach.
yeah.
So we go to the next one. It's going to be the opposite of what I asked you.
Okay.
What is the worst thing you've experienced with someone you love? Whether it be in a relationship or out of it.
Okay. West.
No, not maybe West.
I'm thinking of something so major, but
maybe one of the terrible things that have happened to you.
Okay.
Yes, in a relationship with someone or predominantly someone you love.
I would say something that was a big turn off for me. I was in a debate with someone, school debate, and then what was it?
And you like?
No, not that. It's just a general experience. So he was full of himself. When I saw him, I was like, oh, this guy is actually cool. But then we started the debate and his part was good. His arguments were really good. Another person was talking and all of a sudden I realized that he was looking down on him. When he mentions some points, he would just laugh about it. And it was supposed to be something professional. Exactly.
The question is, when it comes to relationship, people have what they would like to see in a relationship or in the person they're in a relationship with.
Yeah.
So my next question to you is, what is the most important pillar for you when it comes to relationship? Are they virtues, or is it maybe the amount of money he has? What's the thing that will hold you down in a relationship that you see and you will be like, I'm gonna give my all, or this guy is serious or something, or this relationship is heading somewhere?
Okay. I would say communication. Every girl says communication.
Wait. So you have to explain yourself.
Okay.
What do you mean by communication?
I would say
briefly, just
consistent.
Constant.
Consistent. I was going to say constant, but consistent. Consistent communication. Constant will mean someone bugging you, but not exactly. Consistent communication with the person.
What do you mean?
And then commitment. Let me mention two.
So what do you mean by the communication? The commitment, I think we all on the same thing. But what do you mean by communication?
Let me ask you, what do you think communication is?
Well, I ask different ladies and they say different things. So, but what I think communication is keeping in touch with whoever you're in a relationship with. But also, it goes further than that. Also, it means being open to the person with things you're not maybe comfortable with. And that's very hard. And I mean, you're looking for communication, consistent communication and commitment in this era. Do you really have hope? Anyway, it brings me back to my last question. You think love is a waste of time, or is it actually worth it? Love as in, I'm not talking about lust or infatuation or the superficial thing. We watch Disney movies and we saw people get married and there's this promise of happily ever after. That sort of thing. Yeah, so do you think, of course, I'm not saying it happens in real life, but do you think that idea is worth it? It's worth chasing after? or is it just a waste of time? Some people say it will never happen, so they are not even going to waste their time on it.
Well, for those people, it just happens to them, and they're like, "Woo! I wasn't looking for love, and I found it." It happens.
Sure. You think it's a common thing?
It's not. But normally, I think when people are not looking out for it, they receive the love. They get the love. Yeah.
So the fastest way to get love is to not look for it. So
no, let me not say that's the fastest, but it happens. It just happens. Yeah.
But what about you? Is it a waste of time or is it worth it?
It's worth it. It's worth. I think it depends on who is talking about me. I think it's.
You talk like someone who has been in love before, or someone who's in love.
I have been in love.
You have been, so you're not in love.
I am in love.
Anyway, that will be the end. We'll see you guys next week. Kindly comment in the comment section down below.